Yo,
What up?
what's happening? How's everyone?
Sit there and listen to me rant and talk for like 20 minutes over there.
Come on, man. You were doing so well. You're talking about Death Shadow. I mean, it just...
John and I'm saying, well, like, the way I saw it is I was trying to make the episodes shorter. And then I realized that it's hard to make them shorter when you do 3 decks and talk about 3 decks. So I feel like next episode will be closer to like 10-15 minutes is where I'm feeling. I guess it just varies on how many decks that I'm going to showcase. Like, I feel like when we talk about Eldrazi and Tron Eldrazi, like, I think those are going to be at least a 3-deck episode. Bant Eldrazi, Tron Eldrazi, and Tron. I feel like they can all just get lumped together. Big dumb dudes, you know?
Do you have anything nice to say about them?
Oh, yes. Because I'm trying to take an objective approach to those.
No offense to anyone that plays those decks. But, I mean...
I feel like I'm gonna have a harder time saying nice stuff about the Storm decks than I am about those decks.
What?
So, fun fact...
Are you a little salty about a Storm deck?
Because it's been so long since I played against Storm that Tuesday reminded me how frustrated I get. Like, because I feel like, even against Lantern Control, I feel like I'm doing something.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Storm...
Whatever you have to tell yourself,
it's
dude.
just, like, I don't feel like I'm in it. I'm like, I just sit there and you just do stuff with your deck and you do your cards. Like, at least under control, it's like, oh, I have to mill my cards over kind of thing. Oh, I gotta make sure my cards.
Oh, you wanted to actually do PJ Salt. Yeah. You wanted to actually do something.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So when you actually just get to go, okay, all right.
Even if it's just like a...
Oh, okay,
yes,
awesome. Yeah,
I feel like I'm more
Magic.
a part of this match now.
Like, this is awesome, yes.
That's the problem.
It's not like you can't turn your creature sideways or anything, or...
No,
keep a card in your deck. No, but taking 20 damage from one spell... Forget that.
Minimum.
Table flip.
Yeah, you sit there, you cycle through your cards a bunch, recast them a bunch.
Sure.
I actually funny fact about me being really salty about it. My opponent's trying to storm off, and I turn to Brett. I go, "Do you want to play Standard?"
I mean, I'm having a fantastic time as well. Yeah, but he turns over and he goes, "Hey, you want to play Standard?" You have not even finished your match yet. I know this isn't competitive REL or anything, but I think you gotta finish that first.
Yeah. So sometimes I get a little salty. I try not to get too salty because I really enjoy Magic and I have a blast playing and I have a blast talking about it. But that deck, I don't know what it is about that deck.
It got some pretty good cards.
Yeah.
Baral.
Or...
Okay. Alright.
Barrel?
Say it. No, stop. Say it with me. If you say it once wrong, then someone will emulate that, and that's not what we want.
Oh, okay.
It's Baral.
Baral. Yeah, he does work.
Money in the Bank. Baral.
And they're running gifts now in their stuff.
Sure. Why not? Why not?
So, good stuff. Caleb was rocking it at the Open.
Yeah, I only caught him the one time towards the beginning. And I think, did he play Bant Eldrazi?
He did.
Because there's the elephant in the room. Because if there was one deck that lots of people thought they were going to see after GP Vancouver...
Well, they did see a lot of it.
Not hurt the brand. Yes,
thank
you.
You're right.
Yes.
Slivers is what does it for you? Huh?
No shell, dude.
Interesting.
You should have saw my regionals matchup.
He was like, Bant Eldrazi, Slivers. What creature deck can I play next?
Yeah.
No, so that was, you were talking the elephant in the room. So people went into it with this mindset. Was, okay, the big old baddie is Death Shadow.
Has to be.
It's going to be Death Shadow. And that was the most played deck going into day 2. Which makes sense. I mean, there was pros that flew in just to play at this event because they're like, yeah, this deck's doing broken stuff.
Yep.
I want to do this in Modern because that's, it's So that's why they came out to play and use that deck. Bant Eldrazi is
Hairball, what's going on, dude?
Is nice because it can just tap things down. It can have some interaction. It's got big dumb dudes, disruption with Thought Knot Seers and things like that, and then Path to Exile.
It's like interesting is because I'm starting to see this trend, and I don't know if it's because I'm just paying attention to the metagames more in Magic the Gathering,
maybe,
or if maybe everyone's just smarter than I am. But
like
instead
that's
of
a lie.
Well, no. I mean, like, so we looked at the Pro Tour, right? We looked at the Pro Tour. We played Standard, and everyone was like, "Okay, all right. So this is where the pros are gonna bring their Saheeli combos to the Pro Tour, and everything's gonna be, infinite combo. This, make a million cat beasts, cool." But then they went, "Nah, dog. What we're gonna do?
Watch this.
Watch this. We're just gonna play the deck that we know can beat that deck." And then the metagame was like some crazy percentage of like 75% was in day 2 was Mardu vehicles.
Yeah.
So I feel like we kind of took the same approach this weekend with the Open in Indianapolis, where it wasn't so much, let's play Death Shadow. How can I beat Death Shadow?
And that was the winning deck's approach too, because
wait. See, I knew what the finals were.
Oh.
But I don't know who won.
Okay.
Can you just confirm for me? Was it the spells, or was it the creatures?
What do you think it was? I wanna...
That dude did not drop a game when he got to the finals.
Yeah.
I believe his name was it was Nicholas something.
I forgot his name too. We should look that up. So yeah, the spells.
It was the spells. The good guys won.
The good guys.
The good guys won. Yes. Okay. So
Nick.
it was.
Yes.
It was Nicholas Bird.
Nicholas Bird
Playing everyone's favorite combo deck.
The good guys won. So he
Ad
really.
nauseam.
It's like you said. He went into the top 8, and it's just like, okay. The Grixis control list and maybe the Delver list might give him some trouble, kind of thing. But every other creature based deck in there, like the Bant Eldrazi, Death Shadow, he's just like, yes, I want to play all of them.
I felt so bad for Dan Musser when he had to play Ad Nauseam because Dan was having. He lost one game out of the finals. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dan had played really tight throughout the entire tournament. He was the first seed going into the top 8. And he got paired up against Nick Bird and this Ad Nauseam deck. And I was watching as I was driving home, actually. I was driving, but it was on, so I could hear it.
Of course.
All right, just...
He wasn't sitting here driving like this.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, holy moly.
He didn't even have to cast Lotus Bloom.
He didn't have
most of his games.
He didn't.
He's just like, who needs that card?
Yeah.
Watch this.
And even in the second game, Cedric and Patrick commented on the fact that he kept a hand with 2 Leyline of Sanctities. He kept a hand with 2, not 1, but 2. And he kept it, and he just said, Leyline of Sanctity, you may go.
You are not disrupting me this game with your Thought Knots.
And they were like, this is really risky, I don't know, 1 is okay. I think even Patrick commented on the fact, he's like, I don't even think you need to bring it in. I think you don't make many changes at all with the deck. And he brought it, and he's like, boom, boom, here you go. And I was like, wow, 5 cards. You are putting yourself on a handicap. But he had it.
Didn't matter.
Wow. Ad Nauseam. I kind of want to play it.
Ad Nauseam is actually positioned really well if those are the decks that we're going to see. Mm-hmm. If you're going to be seeing these creature-based decks. And, I feel even just against a straight up Abzan list, if it is not geared to be more control-y with a full on package of Inquisitions and Thought Seizes and things like that, you're still gonna be able to beat it. You need that disruption against the deck to kind of mess with it. And a lot of those lists can't go that super control-y route because they need to deal with decks like Death Shadow. So. Oh my god!
TiVo burn. What's going on, dude?
Hairball has a really good point. Did you watch those games?
No, I didn't see any Cheerios games.
Okay. Played against Merfolk.
All right.
He won on turn 2. Both games. Yeah, it was gross. Now Merfolk is doesn't have very much interaction.
No, I don't think so. Especially with Cheerios.
Now the guy in the Merfolk's player's defense, he did have to mulligan down to 5 or 4 or something like that.
Ew.
With no lands.
4?
So yeah, he's kept no lands and Scryed. It's just like whatever.
Was that game 1 or game 2?
That was game 2.
Was that game 2?
I think he just kind of came to terms with his fate after it was like, okay, here's my Aether Vial, cool. Here, all right, pass over, and the guy's just like, and the judge is sitting there ticking up because he just starts going off on turn 2. It's just like, all right, here's 0 drop, boom, 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 boom. Mocks. All right, bounce everything back to my hand.
Okay.
Doom, 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 doom.
I have a very important question for you.
Doom, doom. Okay, here's remove Simeon Spirit Guide. Get you for like 50. Yeah. What's your important question?
Did he keep track of his storm count?
He was at first, and then because it was a feature match, they had the judge or the table spotter was upticking it, and I think at one point his opponent was even keeping track of it for him.
Okay.
Nice guy,
All right.
You're killing me with this? Let me help you here.
Look, as long as someone is somebody was keeping track of it, that's what I did. I was still there's a little bit of PJ salt in the back of my mouth.
Okay, 5 is what it was. Yeah, I don't know. I think you have to go to 4 at that point. Like, I would have gone to 4. If I'm sitting here 5, and I'm like, well, I have to do something. Like, I don't know. It was... To watching that... But then again, it's like we have that version of Storm, then we have like the new version of Storm, but none of those made the top 8.
Yeah.
So, like the deck, that was the best too. He took a piece of paper and wrote F6 on it and set it down as
the Merfolk player. Oh,
he's just like tapping it. Yep. Go ahead, kill me.
So tilted at that point. Just hurry up, dude. Can you just make this happen, please?
So that. I really enjoyed.
Feel bad for that guy.
Originally I tuned in and I was like, oh yes, cool. It was gonna be Modern this weekend, and I turned into the Wizard stream and I was like, oh, there's a GP. It's standard, and watched like maybe half a match, and then was like, okay, Star City, let's go and watch some Modern. I really enjoyed it. Actually, there was a lot of really exciting matches because we did have a lot more pros and stuff like that, jumping in and everything. Start yet with the matches we haven't because I've just been talking nonstop because I'm
he's super excited about Modern.
Super hyped about Modern right now. Like I am, and we got Modern Master spoilers, but I'm not going to talk about them right now.
Ooh, we gonna wait?
I figure we can wait a little
bit.
We
can get one match.
We can just get it going.
Yeah.
Oh man, Cedric.
Dude, they were on point.
So good.
They were on point.
So good.
So good.
Probably some of the best casters in Magic, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Let's do it.
Enough talking.
Round 1. Oh.
Let's get it going. Some speed.
Sick.
You guys thought this was going to be a long match. Nope.
Build the hype.
Build the hype.
Look at this. Green white hexproof.
All right. So, Eric has been... This is his first season, like, really...
Eric?
Coming out for.
Absolutely.
And he has been... one of the players under the mindset of as long as you show up, you're going to make top 8 kind of thing. Because he is consistently getting his, like, 3 wins a night whenever he comes out and plays. He has those deep runs when he gets paired up nicely against certain opponents.
Yeah.
Because he has been learning the ins and outs of this deck and is continuing to improve his playstyle and definitely... is a force to be reckoned with. So I'm glad to see him continuing to do well with this. Robert, we've seen him rock around a couple different decks. He was doing the Burning Moon last time we saw him.
Yep. And now he's on Infect.
And now he's on Infect.
Interesting choice. I mean, I'm not going to say much besides
there was
hopped off.
There was a player that was 6-0 on day 1 with Infect.
Was it McVitie?
It might have been.
Yo, Matus 198. Dude, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate that.
I forgot who it was, but I remember seeing that. Or he was like 5-1 or something like that. But he was doing really well for day 1. But I don't think any Infect made
30th. Okay.
Was our Infect player.
Yeah. Was he running 4 Tarmogoyfs in his side 4?
Oh, that was the player. Yeah, that's who it was. And I was like,
Max
oh
McNeely.
my god, that's so cool.
I saw that. He was playing against Dan Musser, actually.
Yes, that was the match.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It wasn't Dan Musser. It was Todd Stevens is who he played. He
Yeah.
played Todd Stevens. And I see in the
Hateful
sideboard.
Red. Okay, Hateful Red.
I see
That's
4 Tarmogoyf, and I said, hey, man, I texted
You
Dan a
did.
picture of it. I was like, I figured out why it is you're not playing Infect right now, and it's because we don't own Tarmogoyfs.
Yep.
What an odd choice. I mean, I get it, because you're on the beatdown plan. Now I have a bunch of pump spells for this already big dude.
Mm-hmm.
But it just I don't know. It was definitely weird to see it, but hopefully it worked out for him.
Yeah.
I think he was 5-1, 6-1 when he was on camera. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, he was playing well with it, and I think it's like Infect can do all right, but it's you have to kind of be lucky in some of your pairings too, and that's something that's completely out of your control, because there are some Tron-based decks out there that are trying to do some stuff to take advantage of like the Juns and the Abzans and things like that. Or you can fight against those decks like Ad Nauseam and some of those other decks that are trying to take advantage of what some of the decks. Now, if you are facing up against these Grixis lists or these Jun lists, you're going to have a bad time. And it's not going to be a fun tournament for you. So, no. I mean, it's like, here's 3 elves.
I think it was a Horizon, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, is that a Boggle in there? I would ship that, though. That's 4 creatures? And only 2 enchantments? That seems kind of slow for this deck. And I would pile shuffle that or do some crazy shuffling.
Imsal is saying, so Max is he's actually running 4 a few times now.
Huh.
Okay. I know he also plays it in Legacy as well. Or he has in the past.
The boss was on Tron.
I saw that. Green-Black Tron.
Did you see... Yeah, he played against Burn.
Oh, Eric's keeping that.
And had a bad time.
Yes.
He played against something else and had a bad time, too. And I think it might have just been like a Death Shadow or something like that. I don't remember what it was, but yeah.
Sometimes you're just going to have a bad time.
Sometimes you are.
You know, it's just how it works.
So... Now, it's been a while since I've played the Hexproof deck. I do have the deck. Actually, I have been working on getting this back filled up. But I still think that's not where he wants to be. For like 4 creatures in your hand and 1 land is okay. You're gonna be able to stick something. And maybe it's because he's worried that he's playing against like a red deck or something that's like you're gonna put down
some removal,
board wipes. or no, like Robert's like chalices or just the way that he was doing it before, or just like shut you out kind of thing.
Yeah,
but
look at you go.
No, I just tried to.
I just run the only real deck, Gloria's Vengeance. All hail Grizzlefather. Now, Solace, the important question is, are you running the blue, black, red? Or are you running the
tried and true
Yund?
Yund! Yund him in the face.
And then Dark Lord, Dark Lord is Eric sitting in chat, and I believe TiVo is actually Robert as well. I wasn't sure what he was playing. Figured if he killed off the first one, I could recover fast.
Did I talk to Tim for my needs for tomorrow? I did not talk to Tim because I don't know how I will get the stuff from him, but I did talk to TJ. So if nobody else is able to lend me some cards,
sure.
He said I could borrow his foil pretty ones.
Oh.
Because I'm gonna try something a little different. You know.
It's what you do.
It's what I do. I know. I was joking with TJ about it. I was like, yeah, the way I see it is, if I play and the deck does not do well, then I don't have to worry. Or if I don't enjoy it, I don't have to worry about investing in Arcbounds because they're expensive.
Yeah.
And then I can just play like Abs and Company for the next couple weeks and be fine.
Yeah.
Or
combo.
Work on building my my black blue control deck. So don't forget, Horizon Canopy does cause you to lose life whenever you tap it for a green or a white here.
So Eric already 18. However, he does have a Glade Cover Scout with 2 Ethereal Armors. Suited up, bringing the beats.
Time to build a tower? I mean, if you're playing Hexproof or Boggles or whatever you want to call it, you better be building a tower or you're not doing it right.
Oh, nice. Oh, he's been playing that Expertise version.
Nice.
Breaking and entering through the breach. I like it. We're sitting at Robert's turn. He's got a Noble out. He's got Inkmoth and a Forest.
Okay. There's a Distortion Strike in hand.
Yeah.
And I thought I saw a Mutagenic.
Okay. So we got some damage. But just gonna pass back.
Yeah.
Playing a little defensively. I don't know. I think I probably would have attacked there. He, shields are down, mana's tapped out.
Like, what's his?
Let's get some damage in.
I mean, he's guaranteed taking. Well, okay, we could see him block or do something crazy like that.
Crash again.
But no, he's just like, yeah, I'll take 5 more.
I mean, are we ramping for the one turn, the OTK, the 1 turn kill?
Yeah, seems good.
So please Windswept.
Okay, we've got Landfall now active. So
Distortion.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can do 9 this turn.
Oh, I hate always being 1 short.
And if he had attacked, last turn,
yeah,
he would have won here. So no, I think you go for it. Because he's got the Apostle Blessing backup.
Sure.
So
1 green, 2 life. Ooh.
Oh wait, he's gonna be real low in life.
Yeah,
though.
He's gonna be real low in life.
Again, if he had attacked last turn.
Yeah, it's tough. It's always a tough decision when you're. But see, because of that white that's now up,
could be Path.
It could be Path.
Could be Blossom or Blessed Alliance.
Yeah, as soon as I don't play these decks. Math. I gotta count?
Math is hard.
No.
That's why people play Infect over other decks, because it's like counting to 20, that's difficult. Counting to 10, that's a little bit easier.
No, you're making a case for Infect with that.
I
was making a case against it.
I know you were.
Yeah, alright.
I'm always making a case for Infect.
Are you? Because you're not playing it right now.
I know, but
you have forsaken the deck that you.
No, I just moved the stuff
hard.
Over to Legacy for now. We'll see how that works. Playing, I will. The way I see it is, I will come back to Infect. It's only a matter of time.
Sure.
It's just
when everyone cries ban on Fatal Push because of how fair it is.
No, I think Fatal Push is great for Modern. I actually really enjoy having it in Modern. I don't like having all my stuff die to it, but I think it's a great card.
Sure. So Inkmoth Nexus getting frisky. Yeah, see, I like Inkmoth Nexus, but it's so mana intensive. Yeah. So we're gonna get an Exalted trigger. Here's 2.
Let's make it 6.
Yep. Groundswell Landfall trigger. We're gonna ignore that. Yep. Okay, good.
Robert's got us covered.
Yep. How does this round lasted 12 minutes?
A lot more shuffling and preparing.
Yeah, it's I think Robert had to at least go down to 5 or 6 on that first
He did
game.
have to mulligan.
Yeah, he did have to mulligan.
Our judge being awesome, giving us the poison counters. I need to remember to set aside my tokens too for the feature match area. I always forget to do that. So you'd think, you know. So if there's no extra enchantment,
Mm-hmm.
Robert can win.
Yeah, I mean,
If there is an enchantment, as long as it does not give him trample or give him protection from creatures, he can win because he can use Noble to block. Because next turn...
Distortion plus Mutagenic, that's 4. Yeah.
That's 4.
That's 4. He does not have a blue source, though.
Oh, if he blocks
If he blocks, he's going to lose the Noble.
Oh, you're right.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, crap.
Yeah, he'll lose,
okay.
he'll lose that Noble.
So, I guess you just have to keep an eye on the math and see.
Yep, and, oh, wow.
Oh,
What's
no.
a third ethereal
3.
armor?
No, doesn't work.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't work.
Illegal target.
Doesn't work. Doesn't work.
Judge.
Doesn't work.
Judge.
Doesn't work.
Judge. Judge.
Treat count 1. Ooh. Okay, he's dead.
Feels bad, man.
So why doesn't that work for newer players that aren't as familiar with the deck?
Well,
What
As
does
I-
Apostle's Blessing?
get everything queued up here in chat. I'll let you guys know because we have this handy dandy card bot
We do.
to allow you guys to look up cards whenever you're interested in what's going on. So if we do card, Apostle's Blessing, it's going to tell you, hey, it's 1 Phyrexian or white. Target artifact or creature you control.
Yes.
You,
That is why.
as in the player that is casting the spell controls, gains protection from artifacts and from the color of your choice until end of turn, which is great for those pesky removal spells like Fatal Push and Lightning Bolt.
Yeah.
Everything that you're trying to protect your creature
Because
from.
they won't be able to redirect it with Spellskite.
Correct.
You will 100% be able to protect your guy.
However, you cannot target your opponent's creatures.
Yep. Oh. Well, it's alright. Going to game 2. It doesn't matter. That's okay. Like, Robert has not been playing with the Infect deck very long. You know, he had been rocking out a red deck.
Yeah.
For a couple weeks now.
He's playing some different colors.
Different
He
colors
may not be used
and
to.
cards that, like, if you don't have as much practice with, you are bound to make mistakes. And Eric is a newer player, doesn't know the cards as well. But if you just say, "Hey, this guy,"
Yeah.
you know,
Not allowed to get that aura.
and besides the fact that Apostle's Blessing only targets your creatures, there's another thing that Glistener Elf has on him. It's this thing called Hexproof.
Oh, you mean Glade Cover Scout?
Or Glade Cover Scout, yes. Yeah, did I say Glistener Elf?
You said Glistener
Of course
Elf.
I did. No, Glade Cover Scout has Hexproof, so it can't be targeted by spells or abilities your opponent control anyway.
Correct.
So that would not have worked either way.
Would not have worked.
The deck is called Hexproof. Oh. Alright. Sideboard time, guys.
Let's do it. I'm going to let you read Robert's. If Glistener Elf had Hexproof Effect, got an upgrade.
Everyone would be playing that deck. Okay, so I'm going to read Infect.
Go ahead.
Robert's got some options to him. You can see that he is taking into account that there are some laner control players that are shot with the 3 Hercules.
That seems a little
Excessive.
Seems a little bit.
I liked having 1 in my sideboard.
Yeah,
Infect.
you know,
I think that's a fair number,
right.
but he also might not have access to some of those like shatter-based effects for green. So that could be why he's like, oh, I have Hercules. I'm going to run Hercules. Makes perfect sense. But he's got 2 Twisted in there, 3 Hercules, 1 Relic, 1 Apostle's Blessing, 1 Dismember, 2 Spellskite, 1 Wild Defiance, 2 Spell Pierce, and 2 Rancor. 2 Spellskite, great. Add him in there.
Add him in.
You can make the argument for Spell Pierce as well, because most of the time they're functioning on very little mana.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can do just like that 1 disruption against something like a Daybreak Coronet or something like that, you can go far. But those are the big things there. The rest of it, irrelevant.
Sure.
Spellskite's very important, though, because you can redirect all those enchantments to your Spellskite. What about on Eric's side?
Yeah, Eric's rocking 2 Blessed Alliance, 2 Suppression Field, 2 Stony Silence, 2 Rest in Peace, 2 Seal of Primordium, 2 Leyline of Sanctity, 2 Path to Exile, and 1 Nature's Claim. Lots of 2-ups.
Yeah, feels comfortable with that.
But I do like some of the tools he did bring, especially for this matchup. He's got the 2 Blessed Alliance. By all means, please bring those in. Let's see. I also like those 2 best cards in Magic, Path to Exile. You can also bring those in, Eric. I'm fine with that. Mm-hmm. Truthfully, I think everything else not really relevant in this matchup. You know, he's already running at least 2 Path in his main deck, so I would assume you just bring in the other 2 to make it a full play set.
Yeah.
I guess you can make the argument for either the Seal or the Natures for the Ink Moth. And then you also have Wild Defiance now as an option to hit those cards.
I also like Suppression Field, too.
Okay.
Because that means... So, activated abilities...
Cost 2
more to activate.
So activate your Ink Moth, it now costs 3 instead of 1. Okay.
Spellskite, you're gonna pay life to redirect it. You still have to pay 2.
Okay, sure.
You know, that's a nice way to go about things. So just little things like that. You're gonna try to fetch?
Oh.
No, you're not gonna do that. So there's little things I like. I loved having Suppression Field. When I ran the Hexproof deck, but it's because everyone was just like, look at this Spellskite. Meh, meh, meh. Now I'm just going to redirect all your stuff, and you get to sit there with your 1/1s and wish you could do something. All right.
I think Eric's on 6. So I had to mulligan.
That's right.
Robert at
Happens.
7.
The deck actually can mulligan pretty well, and you should mulligan aggressively with Hexproof.
Okay.
Because there are not very many creatures in the deck.
Yeah.
For the most part. I mean, it runs close to the same number as Infect, creature-wise. So, let's see. Technically runs about 13 creatures, if you count Dryad Arbor.
You always have to count Dryad Arbor.
Where Robert does have that kind of same number, more or less, but he has the access to Ink Moth, which can be included in his creature count. So, for the most part, he has 3 to 4 more creatures than the Hexproof deck. But you have to be careful about that. As long as you've got a way to protect your Dryad Arbor, it's okay to keep a fetch hand with a good amount of enchantments, especially if you're playing against a deck that does not play removal. And you know that a lot of people will sideboard out some of their removal against the deck, too, because it's like, this Fatal Push, this Path to Exile, this Lightning Bolt, don't really kill your creatures. Lightning Bolts, I think, are fine to keep in because you can target your opponents with them. All right.
So Eric going to start at 19. Horizon Canopy, Glade Cover Scout. Breeding Pool into a Noble is going to be the first turn for Robert. He's gonna go ahead and make sure. Hey, I've got that mana available to me now.
Rancor already.
Okay.
And what other tower is he gonna add into this?
Ethereal armor.
Ooh. Okay. So it gets additional power and toughness equal number of enchantments he's got. So 2, 3, 4, 5 again with trample.
Mm.
That's a good second turn.
It's pretty okay. I'm not gonna sneeze at that. You know,
5 damage in 1 turn.
Damage, yeah.
Yep, turn 2, 5 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, speaking of a lot of damage, Bant Eldrazi by turn 5 had done 20 damage
against Ad Nauseam.
against Ad Nauseam.
Yeah.
I was just like,
he's like, here's this 10 damage per turn.
That's
clock.
a really good clock.
Yeah.
Like anybody else would just be dead. Nope, doesn't matter.
Phyrexian Unlight's a pretty good card.
Oh, he's doing it again.
Oh, can't.
No.
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 Nope, still can't do that.
I almost spit out my water, guys.
Can't. Judge. Oh. Maybe our judge wasn't there yet.
She counts it. Or maybe he was busy, judging something else.
Maybe.
Because we actually had 5 rounds, so there's a lot more people.
There were a lot more people. It's definitely the potential is there.
And he was getting ready to open the other side of Cork Street.
True.
So he had,
True.
did have some other behind-the-scenes stuff to do.
There were some things going on.
The deck is called Hexproof. There is actually 5 creatures in the deck that don't have Hexproof. If we include a Triad Arbor. Do you know the other?
Is it Core Spirit Dancer?
It is.
Okay,
Good
Core. See, look at me. Good job, Brett. I'm proud of you. Core Spirit Dancer.
Core Spirit Dancer is awesome, though.
The thing about Core Spirit Dancer is even though it doesn't have Hexproof,
it's +2/+2, and you gotta draw cards.
Yeah,
Like,
if it had Hexproof as well, ew.
It would be disgusting. Alright. Double Exalted triggers are pretty sweet. 10 points for Brett!
Yo, it's me. What can I do with those points? Absolutely nothing.
Give them to somebody else.
Who let that happen? Dark Soul.
I don't know.
I have no idea. Normally, we do have a judge sitting at the table to make sure that these things are not happening, but I have a feeling that he was not there. He was not present.
He was not available at the first. He came later on.
He did, yeah.
So
things happen.
Things.
He's doing it on a volunteer basis to begin with.
He is helping us
nice
out.
Guy,
right?
So wow, 3 Inkmoth Nexus. Or Nexi, if you will.
Nexi.
He's at 3, though. I mean...
coming at you.
Put up or shut up, right?
Blessed Alliance.
Show me the money.
Please sacrifice your attacking creature. Oh, that Blossoming Defense that you were hoping to use? Useless.
Hey, Nan. Relax, dude. You still play Infect, so don't get all on your high horse because you saw Blessed Alliance there, friend.
It's because I'm not playing the deck right now.
Sure, you're going to get sassy about it?
Oh, yes.
Oh, sure.
It's also a night to be sassy, I feel.
All right. Yeah. I heard you were feeling a little heated earlier.
Yeah.
So here's a...
that was very heated earlier.
Here's a Daybreak Coronet for Eric. And, yep, the team.
Vigilance.
Crash.
Hey, by the way...
Rancor equals trample equals...
Rancor equal dead.
Yeah.
Yep,
he's back.
He's back.
He's back. Came in right at the end.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
It's Monday.
So, just as an aside, if you are playing against a Hexproof deck, chances are you're not going to be able to target the creatures with your spells. First off. Second off, Apostle's Blessing
only works.
only works with your creatures, and that's gonna be our motto for the day.
Okay.
What's our theme? Our theme is read the cards.
Yes.
And I do not fault anyone.
We're not trying to be rude because again, Modern Magic Mondays two main things: educational and entertaining. Is Rancor in Modern? Rancor is in Modern. You see it in the Hexproof decks. You see it in Infect from time to time. And actually, I wouldn't be surprised to maybe see a one of in Death Shadow. I feel like it could find a home in there as well, because the deck suffers from not having any real evasion. Some of the lists run like the Gore Clan Rampager to give it trample.
That's cool. I like that tech a lot.
Here's +4.
Yeah, got there.
So that's cool. But it also builds your Goyf up by having enchantment.
In Zoo.
Zoo. That's right. That's true. Like the Naya Blitz list, or there's another variant of the Zoo, Revolt Zoo, which is very similar to the Naya Blitz list, but it does run some more Revolt creatures and stuff like that.
That deck is weird. The Revolt Zoo deck, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So there's we shall be talking about Zoo list at some point too.
Sure.
Not this
Can't
week.
wait. Can't wait to get your take on a Zoo list. Sounds like exactly what Nan Johnson wants to be doing.
It was in one of the core sets. I don't remember what version. All mine are foils, so
Gatherer
M13 I think is one of them. Yeah.
Gatherer.magic.com. Get you there.
It'll get you.
That'll tell you exactly which sets. No shell.
So we got one round in the books. Say hi to me, please.
Yo, Walter, me. What's up, dude?
Hi. We've got one round down. Before we jump into our points.
Oh, okay, yeah, we do points.
We do points because that's what. Yeah, I know you had the week off last week because it's like, it's a year. We don't have to do points. We just gotta come and talk.
We got to sit here and just talk. It was great.
No game 3.
Wait. Was there a game 3? Was it 1-1?
Was it 1-1?
Dude, you're killing me right now.
Did he win game 1? I could have sworn he didn't because he had 1 life left.
Dude, you're killing me. Streamers, please.
See, when people... Oh, you know what? We're going to say there's a third game.
Yo, Dark Lord, thank you so much, dude. Keeping us honest.
Keeping us honest because this also is showing that we don't watch the matches before they take place. But when he was at 1 life, I assumed that he had died.
So that was our aside.
How did he live?
That was our aside. We came back. We talked to the streamers. We let you guys know. Miss Stream. We wanted to let you guys know about Apostle's Blessing and reading the cards.
Yeah,
that was most important.
We wanted to take a quick break because that game was so intense that we had to take a slight break to say, guys, don't forget to read your cards and read your opponent's cards. Don't just take their word for it. If you don't know what the card does, check.
Call a judge.
Especially if they're foreign cards and you don't know what they do. Or full art cards and you don't know what they do. Judge, can I get the Oracle text on negate?
If you don't have a judge.
Can I get the Oracle text on cryptic command? Swung for 4, Infect.
So he just enough. Just enough.
Oh yeah, because that's right, because the Apostle's Blessing saved him.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yo, Dark Lord.
That's what it was.
Dark Lord, you are absolutely correct. You were building the brand by educating the players. That's it. That's all it was.
I like the full art cryptic command because it's like a merfolk's hand, you know. But I am of the mindset of Patrick Sullivan. If I don't want to have foreign cards, I don't want to have full art cards when I'm playing against people at events, because I want to make it as easy for my opponents to know what I'm doing. Manatide. The full art Manatide looks sweet too.
Oh my gosh. Can I tell you how excited I was when I tuned in and saw I do not remember her name, but she was playing the green white hexproof deck and in her sideboard she ran 2
Oh,
mana die.
yeah.
And I was like,
Yes.
yes. Oh my gosh, please.
Oh, what's her name? Had a proxy in her deck. What's her name? She was playing, I think, against Michael Major. It was like round 2 or something like that.
Oh no.
Both were playing Death Shadow, and she had a proxy in place of her.
Oh, was it Emma Haley?
Starfire. Yes. But I guess because she had a bye or something like that round 1.
Sure.
And then I don't know. I came in like as she was off camera talking to a judge or something like that about things because she called the judge on herself.
Oh yeah.
Because that's what you should do in that sort of situation. If you realize, hey, I have a proxy or I have something like that. What is this? Ah, okay. So we know Brett's favorite color. What is Naya Man's favorite color to use?
I mean, it seems like it's an easy question, dude.
It is, but
You're
isn't.
You're hesitating right now.
I am. Okay, so here's...
Just say it, dude. Just say it.
So...
What do you like to do?
I like to mill and I like to kill. Blue and black are my colors of choice, but I am...
You have to pick one.
I have to pick one.
Yeah, you have to pick one.
I'm a blue mage.
Yeah, there it is.
But, like, I love Infect, and I love playing green and modern. With, like, Abs and Company, Infect. I like doing that sort of stuff.
Just say it, dude. Just say it.
I'm actually working on my blue-black control deck now.
You like to be an unfair Magic
I
player.
like to. I like to do rude things. That's what it is. You know what's fair. You can interact with what I'm doing. I'm not playing solitaire over here. I think.
Oh, can I get some PJ Salt in chat, please, as we get ready? I believe Eric is at 5 cards.
Oh.
Can I get some PJ Salt for Nan's comment about
Burn
Storm?
it with fire. I've never really been a red mage. Like, that's not my strategy of choice. I don't know. Actually, I've been thinking about... There was a post on Reddit about white bordering cards. Did you see it?
No,
and there was it was great because like I popped it up and there was a Google Doc that they had linked up that like step by step how to do it kind of thing.
Oh.
And there was a whole thread of discussion of people just being like, oh yeah, I did it to my shock lands, to my fetch lands, all my lands look great, blah blah blah, and then like it kind of turned into people going, oh yeah, I run in my Merfolk 3 different versions of Lord of Atlantis with all different art. They're all white border and stuff like that. And someone was like, yeah, I run 3 white bordered lightning bolts and 1 black border just to piss off people and like just random stuff like that. And I just ate up every minute of every single comment.
Breeding pool into a noble. Eric's turn of choice, it seems.
I like that lay down there. I mean, I can understand the appeal of green.
Nico can letting us know.
I agree. Like I've started to. All of my basics are white border now. Not just because I have white bordered them, but picking out specific white border lands.
Captain Harris, island, mountain. Here's a slippery boggle.
Ooh. Feeling slippery, huh? So what's your opinions on the Hexproof deck? Is this something you would pilot in Modern?
Well, I feel like there's not a deck that I haven't
at one
at
point or
least
another
thought about piloting. So yes, I can say for sure that I would definitely pilot it. I think I played it once before. It's a very interesting deck. Whereas it requires... I think it requires less finesse than the Infect deck, for example. You know, you don't want to go all in and hedge your bets on one creature, and I liked JLA's comment at the beginning where it was like here's a handful of like 3 or 4 creatures because you're just prepared to have creatures removed. But really, it's just kind of jam the enchantments and go. You know, it's either they have the answer or they're going to take a massive amount of damage.
True.
So, is it what I like to do when I play Magic? No.
No.
I'm not a fan of turning creatures sideways a lot of times, unless they're small creatures.
You definitely are a more passive player
Yeah.
when you play Modern.
And it normally gets me in trouble. So I need to learn to be more aggressive myself. But here's an aggressive play.
So we see our first Umbra tonight. Totem armor is a thing. So Spider Umbra also gives him reach. So that means, hey, those ink moths that you're going to try to kill me with, I have a way to deal with it.
And here's a Blossoming Defense. Ink Moth Nexus, +2, +2, +1, +1, so 4. 4 damage is going to come across.
Mm-hmm.
Eric going to go down to 13.
Totem armor is a pretty cool effect. When we return to like the Battle for Zendikar and Oath, we didn't see any enchantments with totem armor, did we?
No, they focused on
Eldrazi.
Eldrazi, but also the processing mechanic.
Hey, here's a Rancor and a Daybreak.
Oh boy.
You gonna die.
It's gonna be real fun because now we get to attack plus hang back and block.
Alright, so 4, 5, 6, 11 damage? Bam.
Just let's do the math.
That's all it takes.
Yep.
Math is hard. And our table judge is going to check things out, make sure the math is correct here.
It seems like it checks out.
Also has lifelink, by the way, with that Daybreak and
Sure.
Vigilance. +3, +3.
Mm-hmm.
First strike, reach,
Seems fine.
trample also. Well, he says, I'm going to activate this, and he's going to go,
Ooh.
by the way.
But it's flying.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh no.
Quick retract.
So I really liked the Hexproof player from the Open keeping the art covered and just having the text box for her tower of enchantments that she did. Because it was like, because you sit there and you look at the art and if you don't play the deck, you don't understand the cards as much, but just having all of the text laid out and you can easily go, okay, you have reach, you have trample, that was nice. But losing that ink moth and realizing that now that you have vigilance, now that you have all this, there's not much that I can do. But we do get to see a little bit about the cards that brought in. The spell pierces were opted in here.
Yeah, sure. These matches are pre-recorded. We pre-record them about a week beforehand. We get everything prepped, we get them ready, and then we will stream it live and do commentary live without seeing the matches.
Yes, we do.
So
not.
we stay away from the feature match table at the event, and so we're surprised just like you are. So there you go.
Yay for Boggles.
Eric picks up the win.
Yep.
Wins through some sketchy.
Well deserved.
Well, yeah.
You know. Hard fought.
Mm-hmm.
Good on him. Remember tonight, guys, one of the things we like to do at Modern Magic Mondays is set a theme. The theme for 2017, build the brand.
Yes.
Theme for tonight, read the cards.
Read the cards.
Whether they're yours, your opponent's, read the cards.
Also call a judge.
If you can't read the cards
call a judge.
or confused about what's happening, call a judge.
Mm-hmm. Just so you don't get into those mishaps where
I'm trying my storm count.
I wasn't even a part of that game, and I was salty about it. Unintentional cheating, right? So yeah, always make sure that you know what's going on, and if you don't be afraid.
Don't
involve someone that does know what's going on, because what's most important is that the games are run smoothly and all the rules are followed.
Yeah.
Combat against time. I see what you're doing.
Too late to crew. Too late to activate that ink moth too.
Yeah. Actually, I think there was another moment in SCG with cryptic command and the creatures.
Yes.
And he was like, "Here, let me turn these sideways." And he was like, "Whoa, wait 1 second, hold on.
I have a response.
I have a response to you moving to combat.
Tap your dudes."
Yep. Yo, Rob sets fire.
Thank you for the
Thank
follow.
You so much for the follow, dude.
All right.
What is Gaelic Shackles? Can we? All right. Are you gonna pull up the point totals? I'm gonna look up this card.
Yeah, you look up that card. I'm gonna pull up our totals because hey, we keep track, and we had a solid turnout of players. Half of them got 3 points, and half of them did not. Per usual, as you might expect.
Per usual.
Now we didn't have any draws. Sometimes we do.
We do,
and that
that's
messes everything up.
It's a little bit messy.
But we are in week 7 of our 10-week season, leading into our invitational. We do 10 weeks of keeping track of everyone's points. So at the end of the night, no matter how many matches you won, you're going to have X amount of points. So let's say you won 3 rounds, which is our kind of go-to
that is the
that
number.
we shoot for.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you win 3 rounds and you come out every single week, you will pretty much guarantee make yourself into the top 8.
True.
Which would be worth 9 points.
Yo, Dubstack 1987. Dude, thank you so much for the follow.
Thank you. And then after those 10 weeks, we check our points and see any tiebreakers. Do we need to do some math?
I'm really bad at
doing
math. So this is what's very important to understand is I like to have good, clean point totals.
Yes.
I don't need tiebreakers. I remember our first season invitational.
There was some salt.
There was definitely some salts because we had to do, and it wasn't just from us. It was from the players as well. How do more people have 0 points than 3? Nan and myself do not keep track of our point totals.
Yeah,
even though
so
we
let me show
play.
it again real quick. So yeah, Brett and I are there playing. We could also have somebody that
Shows up
was
late, Yep.
and was like, "Hey, I'm on my way to the shop. I know you guys have started round 1. Can you sign me up? And I'm just going to get a round 1 loss and just get added into there." Sometimes that happens.
So you definitely do have to add 2 into that
for
listing there, and
because we both did win, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say I did win. I'm not sure.
Yes, I did too. I actually was the only
yes.
loss that somebody had gotten that night.
Yeah, I remember now. So
And
there was 2 more
just
3-pointers.
It was just pure bad luck on his part more
Yeah.
than skill on mine.
Yeah.
So, before we jump into round 2, there's some spoilers out.
Oh yeah.
That I just want to highlight and talk about briefly.
Okay.
Because I'm sure if anybody has been on the internet today
For anything.
we're like,
And you play Magic.
yeah. Look, there's this sweet reprints happening at Rare. I was happy about those.
Mm-hmm.
I was also extremely happy about Damnation. Now we already have 1. But having more is nice too, right? Like,
what's a play set?
Right?
We're moving
especially if I want to be playing this black-blue control deck, having an extra Damnation. Yeah,
please.
This is, I think, probably the most asked for reprint from everybody out there.
True.
And Burn for a bit. Yeah, so the new Goblin Guide, that's another one to help out Burn a little bit, help out maybe newer players trying to get into Modern.
I kind of want the Goblin Guide just for that art.
I like the art.
I think the art is solid, and you can win me over with some art.
Yeah,
You can win me over.
So Goblin Guide reprint, help out, Burn people, Zoo people, things like that, trying to get into, and like those lists are pretty cheap. They could be very cheap, You know, the guides are a like, it's definitely, you see new people get into and go, oh, I want to play Burn because I like this deck, but I can't afford Goblin Guides.
Yeah.
I'm just can't afford the fetches. I'm just going to go for this mono red style, and then slowly piece up the pieces that I need. So that is one of the things we see. So I love the...
Yo, what's going on, JLA?
Greegalith, I need more damnations.
Apparently I missed something big. I was just told. Only thing I'll say is Apostle's Blessing.
That's it.
Also, Hexproof. We'll just go with that.
Works well, right?
You know what? We made it through.
That's it.
We soldiered on.
We did great.
We did great.
So those are the cool thing. Also, I know some people that are looking at the set and going, oh, I'm looking forward to drafting it. I'm looking forward to...
I think drafting it is going to be...
I'm really pumped about it.
It's going to be so awesome.
But people are sitting down and going, there's so many lands with fetches, with these tri-lands, with the gates.
Yeah.
There's so much mana fixing, which I'm all for. I love being able to play draft or play a cube and have that access to mana and just be like, you know, I'm going to go 5-color good stuff or 5-color lands.
Is that how you guys draft? Because that's how I draft. All right, well, I've got all these great looking cards, but they're all in all 5 colors. All right, I'm going 5-color good stuff. See if it works.
Draft 5 colors.
Oh, wow, kapow. We should get players that know their cards.
8-rack, yeah. But no, I'm happy with so far with the spoilers. And it's really funny too, because a lot of people have been like, I want no part of Modern Masters. Like the third one, like there's been so much talk and so many people just being like, yeah, I don't care. You know, nope, not interested in it. Like people are initially like on eBay and stuff like that, and some of the sites, Channel Fireball and TCG Players and things like that, were originally like hovering around the 180s before spoilers, even, because there was so much like discussion from the community and people just being like, yeah, no, don't want anything to do with it. And now that we're starting to see spoilers, the prices have jumped up to about 200.
You know what's weird? It's like Wizards of the Coast. They're a business, right? And they did this 2 times, and it was like, yeah, we'll give you a couple good cards. That'll be fine.
Yeah.
And now they're just like, here's Damnation, here's the enemy fetches, here's a Goblin Guide, and then now everyone's just like, we're gonna get Liliana. She's gonna be in it. We're gonna get Snapcaster. Those are the other 2 that I'm sure are gonna be in it. I do have to, speaking of business, Channel Fireball, amazing. We're not sponsored by them, but they put out a tweet yesterday, because I think it, like, maybe insider information or something from them knowing about spoilers, or just being awesome because they're Channel Fireball. Basically put out a tweet and were like, hey, if you ordered any of the cards that are showing up in Modern Master over the last 30 days, we will give you full refund on them. Wow.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Just a little fun fact about Channel Fireball being awesome. Before we move on, guides drop $10. Sweet. Keep going. All the cards. Decrease in price. Let everybody else enjoy Modern, because I was noticing too, at least for part of the weekend, is that SCG's Modern stream had more views than the standard GP.
It happens.
Modern, great format. Round 2, guys. Round 2.